between Australia and South Africa. It's always a wonderful contest. It's a peach of a day here in Bloemfontein, a little bit on the crisp side. And as Mark said, it's a pleasure to welcome to open the attack with me, Sean Pollock and Ashwell Prince. Good day, gents.
Good afternoon, Brett. Good afternoon, Sean, and good afternoon to all our viewers. And yes, what a wonderful...
Getting a bit of a rest. They want him in peak form.
In place, so they're probably not expecting too much movement from these first few...
Beautiful stroke. Even then, he was almost deceived by the in movement, but it was full enough to punch down the ground for an opening boundary. It's 6 for none from 3.
He normally would go, Hazelwood, but the movement in there, you could see maybe even the thinking that he maybe thought, let's try and trap him in front. He's also going to be trying to search for something positive, Hazelwood, and that would be a wicket. But equal to the task. The presents his bat beautifully straight. Perhaps doesn't quite start on the...
In the air, over short, fine leg and away for 4. An alteration in length from Hazelwood as he went short, and de Kock, while start with a great deal of conviction, gets enough on it to get it away to a...
And de Kock usually fancies it up there. It's quite high, it's above the head. Not a lot of control in the stroke, but he'll take the result. It's 4 more.
A touch slower in the pace department, but his control...
Oh, watch out. We've seen Quinton de Kock out like that before. In these last 2 or 3 years, the short ball has been a problem. He hits it up, not down. He nearly fell an over or 2.
He recognises he's at the half veld there, and he's thinking he can clear it, just use its pace, but it's not that sort of wicket. The wicket is slow. You've really got half-out wicket. And de Kock falls short.
Real energy, so they have a point, you just drop it down and go. Rassie's got a super... He's certainly got all of that, Neil Mackenzie, so you know your man.
But running in here, banging that surface. Rassie van der Dussen, you can see, still a little push with that front foot, but rides it beautifully, doesn't try and hit it too hard.
Just keep the singles up, but he... Oh, there's got to be a big problem here. Yep, big. I don't know who's to blame. We'll have to watch it again. Rassie was so committed, and when the captain sent him back, he had no chance.
Yeah, it's certainly a matter of ball watching here. Rassie van der Dussen, he set off immediately. That's rightfully so. It's his call. Disappointment on the face of Rassie van der Dussen.
Well, they're not talking to each other, I can tell you that. Rassie's still on his knees, in despair. He fears the worst. Temba hasn't moved from his crease at the non-striker's end. In disgust.
Okay, thank you. Batter is well shot when the wheels are off. Thank you. I'm ready with my decision for the big screen.
So what it seems to me has happened, and Neil, you can help me here, is that Rassie hesitated momentarily before going, and Temba then just turned away, thinking that he wasn't going to come.
Yeah, I think it's that extra cover position as well, as he just sort of cuts in extra cover, then all of a sudden he looks like extra cover's not going to get to it, and he wants the run. Temba
of the team. He's
leg.
Well, that was the first ball with an arm near the perpendicular and fired in a bit quicker and shorter, and Bavuma was on it, using touch for his boundary.
Come to him, but with an offer, just using the pace by opening the face of the bat to run it down to third man for 4.
We defend. Can we defend 240, say?
Yeah, I think Mitchell Marsh is
Akram. Oh, the edge found. A good piece of bowling from Zampa. Let's see that this will test the pace of the outfield. Still quick enough. Away for 4.
Yeah, that's a proper delivery from Zampa, and you talk about the man on the drive, Brett, that would have been their discussion. This is quality. He's definitely gripped in the surface nicely. It didn't even look like he was the one he was trying to give it a bit rev to. That would have been as easy in a catch as you could get. Just off the knee of the keeper carry. Now they are deciding to send someone into their first slip. Has the horse bolted?
Dragged down, pummeled away out over mid-wicket to vacant space and away for 4. A rare and different delivery by an Australian bowler. Zampa short and
taking the outside edge of Markham, and they've been exemplary with their line and length. And on this occasion, a rare short delivery, and Bavuma pounces.
Net for Temba Bavuma.
big appeal for LBW, gone. Hurried through. It was almost an appeal of a complete conviction. It was just, thank you very much, we're on your way. Temba Bavuma now chats to Aidan Markham as the timer ticks away. Led to the misunderstanding and the run out of Rassie van der Dussen. This is in the hands of Cameron Green. Sweetly driven through cover for 4. Shot of the day.
Yeah, this is an exquisite shot from Aidan Markham.
That Aidan Markham's faced.
Edged. Oh, it's away again. Bonus runs for South Africa. They need these desperately. An element of fortune in the boundary for Bavuma, but he'll take it.
Yeah, another top delivery from Adam Zampa, and Bavuma slightly stuck on the crease. Gets an outside edge, but a thick enough one to get past slip and run away for another boundary. Welcome runs.
Driven through the covers again, as gloriously as the previous for 4.
Yeah, it's over pitched once again from Cameron Green. He's not quite settled into his Markham. He's settling into his work. A couple of over pitch deliveries, a bit of width on offer as well, and he's pounced once again.
And the importance of his performance here today is becoming ever more apparent, because he's looked a different Markham. Oh, and has he given it away? My words were not cold. He's gone on the pull, straight in the air. Kerry will catch this, and does, and Markram's flattered to deceive somewhat, because Green gets his man. Markham gone for 19. It's 70 for 3.
It was interesting in the last over, a half volley was dished up to Markham, he smashed it away. The next delivery from Cam Green after it, same thing, full ball that's driven away, and this time the adjustment in length is back of a length again. It's the cross seam delivery, might have held in the surface, but you can see the disappointment. He was batting on a different surface compared to everyone else. He goes for 19 or 14 deliveries and they have 70 on the board.
Heinrich Klaassen to the wicket. The inform play average 40.
There's one of those strokes. Terrific.
Said he just got to turn it on. Okay. It's a ball back of a length, just opens up those shoulders. Just punches it through that offside. Little confidence boost.
Excellent. How about that? That's why I call it thrilling. He's threaded it through 2 gaps there, slightly different angles with great skill. 88 for 3.
Yeah, I think the key to this bit of width on offer, but allowing the ball to come to him, hitting it under his eyes. Out.
A heck of a shot. Oh, he can wrap that up, pack it in the hold and take it with him wherever he goes. 92 for 3.
Drag him into the leg side. How is this for keeping his shape by Tim? Trying to overheat it once again. As you can see, he's trying to hit it down the ground instead of square. It's beautiful placement. Understanding where to field these.
Got him, done him, Marcus Stoinis. It keeps low, it's a horrible ball to face. It's the reward for gun barrel straight bowling.
Yeah, we keep singing his praises. Marcus Stoinis. Understand what he's wide of the crease, angling it back into the right-hander, just keeping it touch low. And the off-stump cartwheeling out the ground. He's got his man. For 14, South Africa 97 for 4.
Average 42 in this form of cricket batting where he does, he's striking it over 100. Brilliant, but he's got to play a different sort of an innings.
Line here, he's doing the job.
That's out, the thinnest of edges, and a very brief stay for David Miller. This will be infuriating Temba Bavuma that nobody can hang out there with him. Just a line ball, angled across Miller.
Boss has turned to experience in his bowling department. Josh Hazelwood, just an extra bit of bounce. Faintest of edges through to the wicket keeper. Miller goes for naught. South Africa 100 for 5.
Okay, so we're now into is that. Cool, there's the, well, I'm going to say the shot of the day. Perhaps it is. It's the biggest shot of the day. It's the first 6.
Yeah, you know, there's no real need for him to be as aggressive as this, but this is overpitched and he's decided, I'm taking this on. He's executed superbly. First maximum of the day. And I think if you ask Cameron Green at the start of his run-up...
Oh, fingertips. Away for 4. It was crisply struck, but it was in the air for all its passage, and it was half a chance to mid-off. And the skipper has palmed it over the bar for 4.
Ends of over of the day so far. Once again going airborne, and I'm glad the drinks break's coming after this delivery, because I hope the coaching staff will be sending a message, although the captain's at the crease and you would expect him to send a message, is like, it's worked out, you've gone 6-4, but Marco Jansen, you can bat for another 18 overs here.
And as such, oh, it's a good shot. That's cut square and cut beautifully for 4. Excellent placement and timing from the diminutive skipper.
A bit of width from Agar, pace on the ball, you can feel his arms, that's Temba Bavuma, and he just uses all that pace.
Big appeal, no, says umpire Palika. Gee, he's getting a working over from Zampa. Agar, cut away, nicely placed by Jansen. My word, that's beautiful timing.
Hits it square. This is what he's got to do, just bat. And you'll get the odd delivery you can put away. He's 27 of 31. He's striking at 87. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that.
Oh my word, it's gone through everything. It's undone Carey, the big stroke from Bavuma, and 4 bonus runs by way of buys for South Africa. And up comes the 150.
Yeah, also the 50 partnership, 53 of 60 deliveries. And I mean, it kind of bounced normally. It may be a fraction lower than what he was expecting. But as good a keeper as Carey is, he'll be disappointed. Side on, you had those static.
Oh, done him. Hazelwood provides. It's nipped back a little bit. He was always leg side of the ball. He might have got something on it. He looks disappointed, and so he should, because it's been a good hand from Jansen, but just a threatening stand has been parted once again through the excellence of Hazel.
Quite exemplary in terms of his line, attacking the stumps. And as Sean Pollock mentioned before, a touch of, played a good hand of 32 or 40 deliveries. South Africa 157
Ways to get there.
Oh, well, that is the end of Gerald Coetzee. There you go. Again, Temba Bavuma will look and wonder. It's quite hard to play the ball. He's just getting it to hold out of the rough outside that leg stump. Not the easiest. Comfy catch.
Yeah, Coetzee goes for 2. South Africa 168 for 7.
Oh, wow. That's the spin and bounce that we saw out of the middle when
We have to chase that. That goes gradient towards the zoom.
bowled in again, low bounce. That's extremely difficult to play. I've got enormous sympathy, but credit to the bowler who's hit exactly the spot. That's what happened to Heinrich Klaassen. It's happened now to Keshav Maharaj.
all these spinners from the other end. They're working a real treat. Keshav Maharaj has to go.
Best of 31.
Oh, has he edged it? Yes, he has. He's given out. It was a little bit of a juggle from Carey, but you heard the sound in the stump mic. He has to leave, does KG Rabat. Fourth ball of the over. He goes down the ground, over the top for 4. He got the era he wanted. He picked it, as Sean said, back over the bowler's head was probably the best option.
It's the same again today. Have a look at it. He smacks it, and after he smacked it, all of a sudden he just grabs that.
Swung away behind square. 4 more. Defiance from Bavuma.
Yeah, it's fantastic over his head. On this occasion, back down. Change in the field position, and he finds the gap. 4 more.
Is that an option? It's the big hit over mid-wicket that goes for 6. Beautifully picked up the variation in length, and Bavuma has smashed it onto the banks.
Only real bad deliveries we've seen have been 2 drag downs from Zampa. That one wasn't a genuine drag down, but Temba was back quickly and hammering it up and over deep mid-wicket.
He goes big. Has he found the gap? Yes, he has. That is a brilliant 100 from South Africa's captain. It's the 5th of his career, his 2nd in Bloemfontein, and his 1st against Australia. But he has worked incredibly hard for that and deserves the standing ovation he's getting from the...
He's held this innings together. He's got South Africa over 200. They've got something to work.
Hazelwood. Over cover and away for runs. Temba Bavuma is giving South Africa a...
Hedging to something even more decent as every delivery's bowled.
Bavuma's 50 came in 78 balls. In the next 60 balls he scored. Down the ground he goes for 4 more. He's placed it well. It hasn't been middled, but it doesn't matter because it pounds into the cushions. Bavuma continues this special knock.
Yeah, he just closed the face, didn't he, Brett? It was the key was to take it away.
Edged and over the keeper for 4. Fortune favours the brave and bold.
Yeah, they've given him 2 lifelines, Temba.
14 from an ultimate over, and he's edged it to the keeper. Oh my word, Bavuma will be left stranded with an over to spare, but he will get every accolade and every plaudit when he leaves this ground, because that has been a very special performance by Temba Bavuma. 114 not out of 222 all out. He has been the lone hand for South Africa, and this is normally a good indication. The Australians come over and shake it,
But let's not take away from the moment where Temba Bavuma for his 14.
but lifted their morale on their side thanks to that Bavuma to less than what South Africa posted. 2 left-handed
For South Africa.
goes to Warner. Oh, and a bit of awkward bounce first.
We know from the far side.
Oh, he's got him! I think it's a drag on, but such is the nature of the surface, it lends itself to that mode of dismissal. But following the leg side wide, Marco Jansen has struck. The stumps are all awry down at the far end. Great start for South Africa. Australia 1 for 1. Warner goes for 0.
Warner looking to punch off. Got the opportunity.
Full length, powered away over extra cover for 4 by Mitch Marsh. We saw lots of that in Durban in the T20 series. More of the same here in Bloemfontein. And past backward point for 4. Back-to-back boundaries for Australia.
That's the class of the standing captain for the series.
Down the ground for 4. Gee, this is quality batting. We've seen the extra cover drive over the top, the flashing square cut, and then the half volley punch straight down the ground for 4. It's a big over for Australia. Any thoughts South Africa had that they were getting back in this are being put to rights by Marsh's presence at the crease. Slashed away over backward point. 1 bounce 4.
Anything the Australian batsmen recognise, definitely going to go after it, throw the kitchen sink at it, and on this...
Too short, smashed through mid-wicket. You can't bowl there to Travis Head.
Oh, again, we've had 2 play and misses, we've had a couple of wides, we've had 1 slap.
Swung away over square leg, picks it up beautifully, does the inform Marsh. 1 bounce 4 again.
Yeah, this time with the angle down the leg side. Recognizing that it's probably easier on the surface to go up and over the...
As an opener, that is a beautiful stroke for 4. Never tried to overhit it, just kept the technique perfect, led with the top hands, the straightest of blades, lovely.
It's a fantastic shot. Marco Janssen searching for that away swing from the left-hander. Over pitches and just perfect timing from...
Steered wide of the diving slip and away for 4. The runs are flowing freely here, early doors fruit. The short ball. This is Rabada. He's got him. That's beautifully bowled. The merits of full and straight. Rabada, after an indifferent opening over, came back to a semblance of his best in his second and has started his third in emphatic fashion. The end of the Australian skipper. A desperately needed strike for the home side. It's 38 for 2.
The champion of South Africa, how often has he done this? Didn't start off fantastically well, but you know he's going to get back on the money. Started the ball, his line was nice and straight with a little bit of swing, giving him 3 options to get the batsman out. There's his celebration as he gets the Aussie captain out. Marsh has to go. Australia 38 for 2.
Oh, straight in the head. Straight in the head. Oh dear. That's not pleasant. He has got a reputation that's been built up of hovering towards that front foot, and Rabada, with his pace and his aggression, having started with a full length delivery, he's adjusted his length aggressively straight into the helmet. That stunned Green.
That was a little bit of a snap from here. Let's hope Green will be alright. As you said, just got a good ball up front, testing the stumps, testing his defence. He knows it's keeping a little bit up and down as Green. He bowled on it, just trying to get to the pitch of the ball, and all of a sudden he slips in a slippery bumper. Thank goodness he looks okay. He'll obviously go through all the
skin broken just behind the left ear and already the swelling. This is all necessary and justifiable given that sickening blow to the head of, mercifully, the helmet of Cameron Green. He hasn't got much time. It's fractions of a second in order to react off a steepling bouncer, off a not the worst length as well.
Watch this front foot. The ball's been delivered. It's short already, but he's still coming forward. So he's making it even quicker. Obviously a big
sickening blow, and let's hope everything's okay with Cameron Green and there's no damage done other than to his psyche at the moment. Rabada, tail up. So that's... Yep. It's through. The outfield is as fast as ever here in Bloemfontein. It's a lovely stroke. It wasn't that wide. He's just got on top of the bounce and played it with control and comfort and away for another head boundary.
Yeah, it's just fractionally wide. Absolutely loves it there. Just needs a little bit of what's to carve it away.
Square. Short, pulled, and I fancy that's all the way. Indeed it is. He is in prime form as Travis Head.
Janssen, a little bit of inexperience here at the moment.
A chance of defending this low score.
And now Josh Inglis is out. It's a drag-on day.
Yeah, it did look like the ball just stayed down a touch, but I think it was the movement took it away from Inglis. They're starting to get their tails up, and there's going to be a little bit of belief starting to grow that maybe 2-2-2 is enough.
Yeah, this is the KJ Rabada you want. Steaming in, running in with good intent. Trying to go touch too square on this slow surface and managed to drag it on. Inglis go.
Circle.
Oh, now can somebody get there? Surely he must catch it. He does. 4 down. We might be onto something here in Bloemfontein. Set up by the captain, Temba Bavuma, and now his bowlers are turning it on.
It's back of a length, a little bit maybe of a cutter, and it just sticks in the service, and all Head can do is chop it up into the air. Rabada holds his nerve, makes a little bit of ground. And that's an important wicket. He was looking dangerous.
Win tonight because that's a way to start an innings. Ngidi puts a hand up in admission of a ball that was soft.
I suppose the mindset of Marcus Stoinis, you come off 3 T20s where you walk the...
Well, more good batting from Marcus Stoinis, another boundary. Just a tad short from Rabada.
Yeah, just 3 deliveries he's been at the crease for, and you can't fault 2 of the wonderful boundaries into good positions, strong positions. Just knocking it square on the offside again. Back of a length, just stands tall.
Yeah, what he's done exceptionally well there is allowing the ball to come to him.
Gerald could see it. I got him! Oh, there you go! Get him on, we say.
Yeah, what a start for Gerald Kutsia on his home ground. That is the absolute dream start for the youngster.
A cross seam delivery. Might have been a little bit nervous, but it just shaped and just...
Now he finds the gap. Beautiful placement. It is such a quick outfield. Can't be short on here.
Yeah, that...
There's more Labuschagne. Be very careful bowling at this guy. He's got a point to prove.
Yeah, he's picked that up quickly. It was a back of a length, and you do think Joe could see maybe needs to be a touch fuller trying to hit the top.
Oh, lucky. Lucky. He was not in control of that shot, not compared to the other 3 he played. On another day that could get to mid-wicket or mid-on. Anyway, 4 to the score.
Yeah, interesting approach, because of that, hit more of those, because if he wants to take his life into his own hands, let him be our guest.
Oh, that one must be caught. Yep, he has another wicket, does Kutsia. 6 down now.
Yeah, he's got the final off, Gerald Kutsia. Wow, I tell you what, how is this for a spell of bowling? That's another big wicket. Marcus Stoinis. That is massive in the context of this match.
Paddled away, and this outfield remains very quick indeed. So that's a dramatic over. There's a wicket in it, but it's gone for 13. It's 97 for 6 from 14.
Australian batting innings, and this is Abbott to the crease. That's his first.
Edged down towards third man and away for 4. Up comes the 100 for Australia.
Well, it's crying out for a Timber Bavuma.
Flashed away down towards third man. Oh, the spin! Oh dear, oh dear. We've seen many a young club cricketer get done like that. This time Gerald Kutsia falls victim. Back to back.
Australia 6 down, and then they've hit 3 bound.
Too short, pulled away for 4. The inconsistency in the South African attack today has been so marked. There's been that huge void in the between brilliance. Oh, beautifully done! Welcome back, Keshav Maharaj. Completely deceived him with the flight. The length, he was so ill-judged by Abbott. He went back to something full and has had his middle stump knocked back. Australia 7 down.
Oh, it's an absolute beauty from Keshav Maharaj. He's back in the green and gold, and he's back taking wickets for South Africa. It's a pitch top flighted delivery, and he's played back as Abbott. It turns, bounces, knocks his off stump out the ground. He should have been forward. Keshav Maharaj, that's how much it means to him. He's back in the team, gets the wicket of Abbott. Australia 113 for 7, and Abbott's got to go 9 of 11.
Good shot, lovely stroke down the ground. This is still a very quick outfield, even though it's lusher than normal. It wins the race. That's a sweet stroke from the Australian number 9.
Yep, he can bat. They bat a long way down. They got no snap.
Helped on its way for 4. We will sing the song throughout the course of the day. The captain will be standing at mid-off going, please can my quick bowlers just hit back of a length and tailor. Sweet stroke. Oh, 4 more. Tell you what, he's a world-class player and left out of the squad, but he's looking as good a player as we've seen from Australia today.